Oh, what is going on with it once again? Bros, women, bronies, and pegasisters. This is the one, the only, of course, Mr. Nintendo Sony Free 2011, aka Criticism Guide 2009. And of course, you guys know the rest of the intro to this channel. And before we begin, definitely check out freedomnetwork.com and of course, treblenetworkstudios.net. If any of you people want a professional channel, banner design, or picture specifically made just for you, I'll put links to the description box down below to all their social media networking accounts. And of course, as always, I'll put their links to their business partner program. Best partnership I ever had. And as always, check them out on Google, all that good stuff. Without further ado, let's begin. So today, actually, earlier this morning, I actually found out a little bit of frightening news. And normally I don't talk about this type of news material, unfortunately, but it is Pokemon related, and whatever is Pokemon related, whether it's good or bad. And then I do remember last year, I think it was 2012, 2013 when it happened, but I didn't know about it until about a year or two later, that a deranged, crazy ass fucking Pokemon fan in a Pikachu costume, I think he was cosplaying as Pikachu, or he had like the Pikachu hoodie on. I think it was Pikachu hoodie on. I think it was like an Asian Filipino dude too, I'm not sure, but unfortunately what happened to him, he decided to jump the White House and try to assassinate the President Obama or some shit, which that freaked me the fuck out. Why would a Pokemon fan do that shit? Like, seriously. Obviously, I know Game Freak and Nintendo, they probably had the whole giant intention back in the mid-late 90s of having Pokemon as pretty much most of their audience being mainly children and a couple teenagers here and there, but they wouldn't consider them to be adults, which apparently they were wrong in that point because, I'm still an adult, even though I'm a kid at heart. Obviously, physically, I'm a grown-ass man. I know some parts of society will say, why are you still into Pokemon? Isn't that for little kids? You need to grow the fuck up out of that, which to people I tell them like that, even though I could just give an immature answer telling you to fuck off and go to hell. Instead, I'm going to turn the other cheek and say, you know what? Believe whatever the fuck you want to believe, but I'm not going to sit over here and bullshit and shit all over your fucking parade of what you like. So respect what I like, and I'll respect what you like. And if not, then I presume that you're pretty much a complete piece of shit, and you're a very ignorant person for telling somebody to force somebody to like grow out of something that they've been with since the freaking day one. And you know what? I feel like as I've gotten older and as the Pokemon like franchise has progressed over the years, I feel like even though it wasn't my creation, it was all about Satoshi Tajiri that created this franchise. I feel like it was like my son or my daughter that grew up in front of my eyes. After all these years, I've just seen Pokemon evolve. No pun intended, because they evolve all the time, unless they're legendary. Now they mega evolve, or primal or version evolve. I don't know. I feel like it's like just grown and has been built as an empire that pretty much it's almost untouchable in a way. And I mean, the only two ways I ever see Pokemon ever finishing is number one, Nintendo goes out of business, or number two, I'm not sure. Maybe they could like either goes out of business or Ken Sugimori and the other dudes, Junichi Masuda and Satoshi and all of them, and the whole crew at Game Freak pretty much completely runs out of ideas with Pokemon and just stops the franchise immediately, and which would suck. But I mean, if that day ever happens, you know what? It was a real good long run with Pokemon. It'll hurt a little bit because there's not gonna be no more new TCGs, no more video games for it anymore, no more anime series, and no more no more mangas, no more swag merchandise, none of that, no more movies, and it's gonna be sad if that ever happens. But at the same time, it was a good franchise while it lasted, and hopefully that day never comes. But until then, I'm gonna be on this Pokemon until the day I die. This Pokemon hype train, I'm gonna be on it, even if I'm 70, 80, or 90. I mean, hell, there's probably motherfuckers out there that are like, I don't know, 70s and 80s kids. They're probably like 50, 60, 70 years old now that were into like Star Wars and Star Trek, and they're fans of those. So who's to say you can't point the finger at them because it's a legendary, iconic franchise, but you can point the finger at me saying, oh, you're too mature for Pokemon, so you can't be into it no more. Like, what kind of hypocritical bullshit is that, Seriously. Get the fuck off my channel if you're going to be lecturing me like that, people, because I'm not going to stand for it at all. So I'm asking you nicely, please get the fuck off this video if you feel like you're going to be lecturing me about something that I really, really love and thinking I'm not going to do anything about it, because I will do something about it. I guarantee you, I will. Anyways, on a little bit of a brighter note, before I get into this little dark and gloomy, grim story, I actually found out. Oh my god, I can't believe I found this shit out. That I actually heard about it a few months ago, but I just found out. And shout out to Wake Run Class for telling me about this information on his videos about 2 weeks ago. But I didn't have time to watch his videos for a while, so I finally got time yesterday morning to hear about it. But they're actually making like a Mewtwo Red and Mewtwo Blue like TCG set. I'm really looking hype as fuck and forward for that brand new set to come out. I think it's September 26th at the end of next month. So overhyped as fuck for that. Hashtag Mewtwo deck finally created. I've been wanting to have a Mewtwo like TCG series for so damn long, and it's finally happening. Thank God. It took them almost 21 fucking years, and they finally got it. Wizards of the Coast did. Well, they did back then, but not anymore. The Pokemon Company. They finally got it right. The ones that their two big giant CO corporate locations are in Bellevue, Washington, which is like 2 states away from me, so it's probably like a 12-hour drive for one to go up there. Oh, excuse me, I just ate like a real big ass burrito earlier before I did this video, so apologies in advance. And of course, the one out in Washington. No, and I think it was in London, England somewhere. That's the other Pokemon Company CO corporate area, the corporate building that they have there. So yeah, anyways, getting onto this article, I actually looked at it. Shout out to 2 big giant YouTubers, by the way, / PokeTubers, GlitchX City, aka Courtney, along with Stealthless. These 2 are actually the 2 when I looked at my Twitter posts and looked at one of my profiles. I actually heard about these new tweets about them unfortunately having some terrorist plot that was going to happen at the Pokemon 2015 Boston World Championships, and that really took me back. I was like, hold on, is somebody really going to try to like hurt or shoot somebody in a very friendly, peaceful environment like that? Are you kidding me? It's bad enough they do it at schools, movies, at malls, along with fucking, eventually, unfortunately, stadiums, and they already did it with like airports yet last year with that whole dude shooting up motherfuckers at LAX. So hopefully to God it doesn't happen. But a lot of conspiracy theory videos I've done, and a lot of videos I've done over the past few years already, unfortunately, it's probably going to keep happening. And I already know why, because obviously the government wants to take our gun rights away for the people that are actually responsible with guns, the innocent ones, and not going after the terrorist fuck ones, because I already know how these fucking FBI, CIA, DA, NSA fuckers think. I mean, I wasn't one originally myself, thank God, because I would never want to be a part of an organization that corrupt. But at the same time, it's really sad. It's probably going to happen in the next 5 to 10 years, But without further ado, let's get this thing started, and it's already been starting. I got like 20 pictures at least. So let's see. Boston PD, aka Boston Police Department, stops violent plot during Pokemon Championships at Himes Convention Center. And of course, I'm not sure where this article was made, but it was from Fox News 25 Boston. I think it was KLBM. I think that's what it is over there. Because over here in Vegas, it's KTNV, because it's Nevada. So probably be Massachusetts over there. So I'm way on the other side of the country compared to them. But anyways, so this was my Fox News 25 KLBM. I think that's how you say it. I don't know. If anyone's from Boston, you probably know how to say it. 2 men have been arrested after allegedly threatening violence to attendees at the Pokemon World Championships at the Boston 2015 convention. A release from the Boston PD says that they were notified, of the social media threats on Thursday and were able to stop the disasters as they attempted to enter a few hours later. The men were not arrested during that time, and also goes to say detectives also discovered that the men had driven all the way from Iowa with several guns in their vehicles that they did not have licenses for. After obtaining a search warrant for the vehicle, police found a 12-gauge shotgun, an AR-15, several handguns, several hundred rounds of ammunition, and a hunting knife. What were these fucking pieces of shit thinking? I'm telling you, man. That pisses me the fuck off really bad, man. On a Friday afternoon, arrest warrants were issued for 18-year-old Kevin Norton and 27-year-old, wow, a year older than my ass, James Stumbo, and the men were taken into custody at their hotel in, I'm not sure if I'm saying this right or not. If you live in Boston, you probably know how to say it. In Saugus, unless that's all the way in Iowa and it's not Boston, but it is what it is. Overall thoughts, views, and opinions. I don't know what the hell these asshole pieces of shit were fucking thinking, but apparently, I guess they wanted revenge for blood or whatever. I don't know what it was, but it's just complete BS. And I totally forgot. I actually took a couple pictures of the other article on my 3DS so I could read you the other statement because there's actually another half to that article. If any people want to look at it yourself, you're more than welcome to see it. You just skip this video and go down straight to the article. I wouldn't mind if you didn't watch the end of the video at all. I totally understand. Alright, so let me see if I could get to it really quick. I have to take like about 3-4 pictures to do this. Come on. I don't know why this takes so fucking long. I think it's because I have the old 3DS, not the new 3DS. But whatever. Let's see. Come on, this may take some time. I understand that you're doing that, but I'm doing a video at the moment, so I don't want to keep you guys, lovely people out there, waiting. Okay, view photos. Alright, there we go, finally. Alright, so this is what it goes to say. Both men are charged with unlawful possession of firearms, of unlawful possession of ammunition, and other firearms related in this unfortunate event. In a statement, the Pokemon Company said that they were made aware of the threat after the attendants notified them of the post on social media. And it goes to say, quote, from the Pokemon Company themselves, so this was a big deal. They had to step in with this unfortunate situation because it affects their business, obviously. Prior to the event this weekend, our community of players made us aware of the security issue. Something information we got. No, hold on. Let me see if it says the same thing. Oh, here it is. Prior to the events this weekend, our community of players were made aware of the security issue. We gathered information and gave it as soon as possible to the authorities. And also, the John B. Haynes Veterans Memorial Convention Center acted swiftly and spearheaded the community to the Boston Police Department. Due to quick action, the potential threat was resolved. Thank God it was. That would have been sad if that would have happened. A massacre that bad? Oh my God. I mean, me as a Pokemon fan myself, I mean, even just as a human being, I would have felt so bad for those people that would have got shot down for something that they love doing just as much as what I love doing. Except I don't play the TCG part, but I do play the game, so it would devastate me if I heard about, like, especially if there was any like PokeTubers out there I would have known that would have got shot like that. If those asshole pieces of shit would have gotten through, oh my God, I would have been really sad, man. I really would have. I would have been like legitly really like heartbroken if that would have happened to any PokeTubers I would have known. But anyways, due to quick action, the potential threat was resolved. The Pokemon Company International takes the safety of our fans seriously and will continue to ensure proper security measurements as a priority. End quote. That's what they had to say. And then it says the FBI is assisting Boston Police Department with this investigation. Oh my God. Very serious stuff. And it's usually not every day you hear something that's Pokemon related having to do something with the FBI. Oh my God. Maybe with the Secret Service about a year or two ago when that dude jumped over that was a Pokemon fan that had the Pikachu hoodie on. He ended up like jumping out and going crazy. I think because he was going to either try to assassinate the President of the United States, which is insane as hell. I mean, not only does that make us as Pokemon fans look really bad, but it makes everyone else in other different franchises look at us and say, huh, see, I knew it. Those Pokemon fans are insane. You can't trust them, you know? It makes all of us look bad. And the thing about franchises, not just with Pokemon, but a billion other franchises that I really love, which unfortunately it's probably never going to happen in the United States, but if it were, that'd be awesome. Those will make people myself of what I look like, make my life a lot easier. But the thing about franchises I really, really admired the most, even when I was a 90s kid, because I went through the struggle a lot worse as a 90s kid than I did as a teenager and adult, which what I am today. And I'm actually going to be a little bit more serious here this time. I really, really admire that the fact that everyone comes from all these different walks of life, whether they grew up real poor in the ghetto or if they grew up in a real ghetto-ass Puerto Rican Spanish Harlem projects like where I grew up at, and even in upstate New York before I moved out here to Vegas. Along with other people, whether you grew up in a really hardcore, fucked up, real low income, very dangerous projects neighborhood like I grew up in, or if you grew up in a very, upper class, very safe, very monitorization, like a very less hostile, less dangerous, extremely super safe, a very, suburban area like many of you guys might have. Because I actually didn't even move to the suburbs until about 05, 06. And that's when I ended up becoming really ghetto, unfortunately. But after that, it was 2011, 2012, when I was still living here with my roommates, which I still am today. We moved to even better environments, and we did it again, literally less than 4 months ago, into this place. And this is probably the most middle upper class area I probably ever lived in my life. If you were to see the place and house that I lived at, you'd probably be mind blown, and you'd probably think, dude, if he's living in such a super nice house, and why does he have so many financial issues and so many money issues? What I'm not gonna tell you guys why, because that's a very private thing in my life. I'm sorry. I don't want to sound like an asshole, but you guys are never gonna know that. I apologize. That's kind of between me and my roommates. And since I don't know you people in real life like that, yeah, we can't talk about it. Maybe on Twitter and Facebook if you want to be a little bit more interested, but not here. Because I know there's a lot more people that check me out on this social media site than they do with Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, or DeviantArt. The 4 sites I'm usually used to using, or Tumblr too. And once in a while Pinterest, not that much though. But anyways, yeah. Overall thoughts, views, and opinions. I'm glad the Pokemon Company actually heard about this news and they were informed about this information of this not unfortunate event, but this potential future really bad event, massacre that probably would have happened. It sounds almost like a terrorist attack that would have happened. I mean, they drove from Iowa, which is literally only about 8-10 hours from me. It's not that far. Compared to all the way the fuck out to Boston, I don't know what the fuck who they were gonna shoot. I don't know if it was gonna be out of jealousy or rage or anger, which I've had issues with anger issues, unfortunately, but luckily it never led me up to like shooting and destroying and killing motherfuckers left and right. Thank God my anger would never got that big out of control, because if it would have, you probably would have saw me on the news a few years ago, like, I don't know, 16, 17-year-old blank, aka Manny, was charged with shooting up all 800 of his fellow classmates because of him being a loner and being bullied to the point where he had to defend himself, which there were times, I'm not gonna lie, there were very fucked up times in my life where I really felt like doing that. I'm not gonna lie, I really felt like shooting at motherfuckers for no reason. Thank God there was a certain person that saved my life for doing that. And I actually have to give it up to, once again, I know I've said it a few times before, but I gotta give it up to one individual, even though I didn't know the man personally, but in a way he kind of saved my life. He really did. That is Mr. Satoru Iwata, the one that used to be former CEO, president, and Nintendo, that unfortunately passed away. And thanks to all the games that he developed, with a lot of like the Kirby games, Pokemon, even a lot of the Mario, Yoshi, Zero Suit Samus for the Game Boy Advance shit, along with not Zero Suit Samus missions, just Metroid Mission Zero, all those type of games, along with even a few Legend of Zelda Wind Waker games, and even the Pikmin games. It's those games that literally kept me in check, and it brought a lot of joy and happiness to my life. If it weren't for that case, I probably would have been a loose cannon and probably be in prison right now for life for killing all my classmates, if that would have ever happened in the past. Thank God. Thank the freaking Lord for this man, Iwata. If it wasn't for him, he would never made any of these games. I probably would have fucking ended up doing it too. So, oh my God. That man literally saved my life, man. He saved me in a time when my fucking life was really fucking dark and very depressing, unfortunately. And luckily, the man, I can't give him enough gratitude enough. You know, it just sucks that he's gone now, but you know, I know he's in a better place. I know that he is. Anyways, ladies and gentlemen, yeah, he got me the help that I needed too, thank God. Along with maybe a few other people I knew in real life that I shouldn't attempt to do this certain thing, and it's crazy because I did have the stuff for it, and thank God I never went through with it, because if I did, yeah, I wouldn't be making this video right now. But anyways, just thank to him and a couple other people and a certain individuals. So once again, they probably don't know who the hell I am, but I'm gonna protect their identity just in case. It's thanks to those guys and girls. It was about 2 of them, especially one of my exes. Man, she really helped me through a hard time, man. For talking me out of something I would have done extremely stupid, and I probably would have a shit ton of regret for it later. There's certain other people I could thank for too, but it's Mr. Watt I gotta thank the most, man. I really do. Man is a fucking savior, man, in my eyes. Even though that's kind of taking it too far, because people say, "Oh, need Jesus and God as the savior." Yeah, I understand that because I did come from a Christian background, but at the same time, it's like you need somebody physically there sometimes too. Somebody that's been born on this earth. Even though he was born too, but that was about 2,000 years ago, and I wasn't alive 2,000 years ago. So yeah, that's the thing. I'm not trying to sound like an atheist or something. I'm just saying. And last but not least, I'm glad these little cocksucking pieces of shit ended up getting arrested. I don't know what happened, what made them want to kill and hurt and harm Pokemon fans like that, when they're like one of the nicest motherfuckers in the world you could ever run to. There's just like a lot of the other franchise fanboys and fangirls franchise people that are into their own franchise, like people that are into Doctor Who, Game of Thrones, My Little Pony Friendship is Magic, a lot of the bronies. Because if any people don't know, if you're watching this video for the first time, I am a brony. I do love the fuck out of that show. Not gonna lie. I mean, Pinkie Pie Luna, best ponies. I'm not gonna lie. The other ones are cool too, just not as good as those 2. Or 4 even, because I forgot to mention Derpy and Rarity. Anyways, apparently other than that, I don't know what pushed them on the brink to the edge to try and hurt and harm Pokemon fans. And then a whole bunch of other franchises too, like I completely forgot to mention. A lot of anime franchises or movie franchises like Avengers, fucking Star Trek, etc., or Star Wars. There are usually a lot of really nice ass people in those franchises. Maybe an asshole or 2 every now and then, but for the majority, they're really, really chill ass people, laid back. I never went to a convention ever, but hopefully I get to go to a convention one of these days so I can have that same wonderful, amazing experience, just knowing that there's other people out there that are into the same shit that I am. It's awesome. Who knows? I might be able to find my future wife there for all I know. Because I've heard stories that people have loved these franchises for so long, they end up finding soulmates at these particular conventions. And that'd be pretty awesome to happen to me. Of course, if it were to happen to me, if I had children, I got married to the chick in the future, yeah, you probably would see a lot less YouTube videos from me because I probably have to take care of my children. They probably have to come first over YouTube videos, unfortunately. But that's just to say if it happens, hypothetically speaking, But until then, I'm a bachelor for life, pretty much. And watch if I see this video in 10, 20 years when I get married and I look back on it and say, wow, I had no idea what I was thinking. To the future self that is watching this, your life was pretty cool before you were married, if you decided to get married. And if you're still single, buddy, try to go out there and meet as many more other chicks as you can. Even study doing weekend one night stands like me and you are currently doing now. 20 years in the future, me. If I do decide to watch this in the future, I don't know. Anyways, enough of me rambling and babbling and bullshit like that. I'm gonna leave the description box to both of these links in the description box below. Shout out once again to Courtney, or better known as Glitchx City, along with the other dude, Stealthless, for letting me know about this on their Twitter posts and their links when I got my Twitter alert notification. Thank God I heard about this news, and thank goodness the shit got prevented. And usually I don't really like real corrupt organizations like FBI, CIA, DA, NSA, but since they're getting involved, hopefully they clear up the situation pretty fast. Peace out once again, bros, women, bronies, and pegasisters. I will see you when I see you guys. Have a good day, have a good night, wherever in the world. Don't drink, smoke weed at the same time. Don't take that reckless. Keep it calm, keep it cool, keep it chill, keep it collective out there. And until then, that's it, guys. Peace out, ladies and bye. Stay tuned, more videos coming soon. Brand new videos on this channel almost every single day. With that said, Stay to grind, stay easy, stay safe, stay healthy. Be easy, be you, do you to yourself. And until then, peace the fuck out. I'm out, Lay Sauerkraut. I'm gone and getting the hell out of here. And as always, stay tuned for more future content on this channel. And as always, stay tuned for more updates. And shout out to even the Boston Police Department for stopping this heinous fucking terrorist crime that would have happened if it weren't for them knowing about this on the social Facebook and Twitter media. Because if it wasn't for that, there would have been a lot of dead people right now. And usually I'm not a big fan of law enforcement, especially since I feel like most of them are corrupt and bullshit, even if they have families. But in this case, I can let them slide this time around. Talk to you guys later. I'm out, and thank God lives were saved today. Talk to you soon, and I'm out of here.